And we are live on the United Public Radio Network, UPRN 107.7 FM, New Orleans, and 105.3 FM on the Gulf Coast. How cool is that? And we're also being live streamed wherever podcasts live. We're not hard to find, including my YouTube channel, so go there and subscribe. To all those above me that watch over me, to all of you, my fave parapeeps, fellow experiencers, and brothers and sisters in Christ, welcome. This is Father Shawn's Paranormal Ministry. I'm your host, Father Shawn Whittington. I am an ordained Catholic priest with the United States Old Catholic Church. I'm a fully professed brother and spiritual director with the Old Catholic Benedictines of Immaculate Mary, team member of Society of St. Benedict, and co-founder of GhostBegone.biz. And yeah, I'm that guy on Eli Roth Presents the Legion of Exorcists, which is currently streaming everywhere. Discovery Plus, HBO Max, Travel Channel On Demand, and it's on a world tour right now and doing very well. Thank you for asking. And thank you to all you that continue to discover the show today and reaching out to me with such wonderful support. God bless you for that. If you want to know anything about my wife and I, go to our website, www.ghost-b-gone.biz. If you go there to visit, there's a lot of cool things to see. Both my books are there. And if you buy the books off the website, I autograph them and they come to you in a beautiful house blessing kit. And you never know when one of those is going to come in handy. But you can also get them a little less expensive at Amazon. And they also come in a Kindle version and an audio version, which is very cool. But getting them off the website, part of the proceeds of every sale of every copy of my books goes to support stjude.org, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital in Nevada, and the ASPCA. How wonderful is that? You get to help some of the neediest children on the planet and the animals too. My online course is there, Introduction to Spiritual Warfare. You can enroll in the course right there at the website, or you can reach out to me and talk to me about the course before making that type of commitment to make sure the course is right for you. It's not right for everybody, but it may be right for you. Teach all you true warriors for Christ out there how to draw your line in the sand, make a stand, circle the wagons, put up a good fight. God forbid the fight of your life against true evil, if that ever comes calling. That's the course for you. It's a 12-week online college level course taught by yours truly, and all my students that graduate get a stunning diploma, certificate of completion, suited for framing, along with some other very special blessed gifts that you can only get from yours truly. Most importantly, brothers and sisters, remember my wife and I, we don't charge for our ministry work. So if you're at the website visiting, you notice the donate button and you're able to do so, click on it and send my ministry in a small donation. I promise you, it'll be appreciated from the bottom of our hearts. And trust me, we'll put it to good use. Alrighty, that's my song and dance, and I'm sticking to it. We have a great show today, but of course you all knew that. That's why you tuned in. It's a little thing that we call First Fridays with Father Shawn and Annette. And this is a day for all of you supporters of the show that are in the chat room to put our feet to the fire and rake us over the coals on anything. Ask us anything. No topic is off the table. So before we get going, I better bring out my paranormal partner in crime, if you will. I've known her forever. It feels like it. I love her and respect her. She's super cool. And we also are going to talk about something that we just finished that's out there that we're both very proud of. So, brothers and sisters, without further ado, please give a big warm Paranormal Ministry family welcome to my co host, Annette Munich.
Hi, Father Shawn. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Very glad to be here. I'm back in the green room laughing. So this week it's our feet to the fire and rake us over the coals.
Rake us over the coals, feet to the
Yeah,
fire,
it
anything
sounds
you want
very
to ask
pleasant.
us.
Yeah, very, very, very pleasant indeed.
So, Annette, you're going to be
Yeah,
monitoring the chat room, and we have some topics we're going to talk
circle.
about. We always do.
You forgot circle the wagons.
Oh, circle the wagons.
Draw your
Oh,
line in the sand.
draw your line in the sand. Put up a good fight.
You think I don't listen, but I do.
I know you do. Oh my gosh, what did I want to tell you? What is this? Something weird here on my desk that.
That was
Whoa!
very fast.
Whoa!
That
That
was
is
crazy
a
fast.
big. That's a big book.
Yeah, I worked very hard on that.
You know what? I have to. If I was there, I'd give you a big hug and a kiss. Um, I I knew the book was going to be awesome, but I didn't think it was going to be this awesome. It's awesome for those of you that aren't watching the live stream and listening to us on the stations. I'm holding up a new copy of the book that I co-wrote with Annette Munich, and a lot of other contributors in the paranormal field have helped out with the book also, called "Help Me, I'm Haunted." And I'm going to let Annette talk more about the book since it was her. She says it was our idea. It was really her idea, and then she worked so very hard to bring it to this point here. It's on sale now on Amazon. I haven't got around yet to getting it available on my website, but uh, I'm really proud of it. I know she's got to be super proud of it because she worked really. Trust me, I know she worked really hard on it. I love this book. Could be some of my best work yet, and it wouldn't have happened without her having the idea to put it together, her hard work. The hard work, let me give a big shout out to our contributors. We have Susan Ahern. She's
And
wrote a
she's
wonderful.
here in the chat room right now.
Oh no, who let her in?
wait, wait, Susan,
Who
Susan, we
let
love you.
who let her in? Um, Bobby J. Gallo,
He's wonderful.
Carl Supp,
Carl's great. Everyone knows Carl. He's our Bigfoot guy.
Trish Moe,
Trish is wonderful.
Father Ken Torres,
He is fascinating.
Kelly Schaefer,
Kelly's great.
Rick
Kelly and I
Garner.
are also friends. Rick Garner. Rick Garner's the guy that this is our joke here too. Father Sean will say, I bet you'll never guess who's our guest next week. And I always guess Rick Garner.
Yes, and Dr. Heather Lee Landon,
And
PhD. They all
also,
contributed wonderful articles in this book. And if do you still have the picture of the book that you posted up on the screen last week?
yeah. Well,
You
I
can
could
put
bring it up.
you can put that up there if you want for a few minutes while we talk about it. But guys, listen, I want to tell you something, and this comes from the heart. I'm really super proud. I'm proud of both my books, God Ghosts in the Paranormal Ministry, God Ghosts in the Paranormal Ministry 2. Annette's written other books too, but I do happen to know that she's very proud of this book, and I am very proud of this book. The stories I shared in there, I've never shared before. They just kept flowing out of me, and they're stories I've never shared before. And you will not look at the paranormal the same again after you read this book. And I will now, we have it up on the screen there, but I will now pass it over to Annette to talk about how this book came to be and the types of things that are in the book.
Well, that's a funny story because in the beginning, and this was just over the summer, it was maybe July or even August because we put this together crazy fast.
Yeah, we did.
And I mean, the people close to me know this is all I did in October. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't attend nothing. I didn't anything but the book. Every day I was working on it so that we could get it out. And the idea was because we get a lot of mail and we get mail from all over the country. And we do run into the same types of questions frequently. And it was like, you know what, maybe we should just, this is how it started. write a little handbook. It'll be, doesn't have to be a great big deal. We're
Yeah.
just a little handbook, and
Famous famous last words.
right, and people could get some good advice, and so, and then we have all these great guests that are repeat guests that people enjoy. So, um, that turned into maybe they want to write an article on this or that because they're very, there's people, for example, when I talked to Heather Lee, she said, yeah, I've been researching shadow people. I would love to write about it. Also with Kelly, that's K.A. Schaefer on the cover, she said, I've been doing a lot of research on the doppelganger and mimic spirits. So we have people that apply themselves to specific areas of research, and we have their take in there on top of ours. This is what it was supposed to be. Well, it still is. I send him a question in the email, Father Sean, what do you think of XYZ? And he writes back to me, and then I put my response, and then he puts his final summary on it, and then we have a contributor author with an article on that. And so we hit it pretty good from a lot of different angles. And then in the back of the book, we talk about red flags, when you might need additional help, things that are very concerning out of the ordinary. And then we have different kind of uh, strategies to help manage your situation, get it better, or and prayers in the back of the book that I think it's going to be. Well, I don't know why I'm saying going to be. It's out. It's powerful.
Yeah.
It is absolutely. If you said to me right now, Annette, I'll give you $1,000 if you could do it over better, I wouldn't know how to. I'm not trying to make it like there's no mistake or anything in the book like it's perfect, but I couldn't think of what I could add. I have no regrets. I have nothing I feel like I didn't mention. I had a clipboard. I wrote down all my notes of everything that I wanted to mention in that book, and I checked it off one at a time until everything that I wanted to talk about was in there.
Yeah.
So there's our
And
book.
you're probably leaving out some stuff you did do. Like I said, it could very well be some of my best work, and it just when I opened the box and saw my author's copy, it was Sharon too, was very like she was not surprised. I mean, she knows you and I what kind of hard workers we are and the type of effort and passion we have behind the things we do. So she wasn't surprised on that, but she was like, wow. And like I said, this is the last thing I'll say about it. Um, I have 3 autographed copies already in the mail, sent by request to two friends of mine who are very well known working producer directors in the business, and one filmmaker. And all 3 of them, we were just chatting. This is before the book came out, and we were working on it. And they said, "So what have you been up to? What's going on?" So I told them about the book. Tell me about the book. Told them the best I could without having yet seen it or read it. You hadn't yet sent me the final PDF version of it for me to go through, proofread, and make sure I liked it. And when I got done describing the book to them, what was really surprising was every single one of them said the same exact thing. That book could be a television series.
Yeah.
And so I knew we were onto something. And so who knows where it may go. I think the book's going to take on a life of its own and be around for a while. Is it going to end up on the New York Times bestseller list? Probably not. Is it going to be the best-selling paranormal novel out there? Probably not. But I'm proud of it. And I know I know it's going to help a lot of people.
Right.
And there you go.
That's the important part. It's going to help some people, and that's exactly what it's for. And so we have it in paperback and Kindle on Amazon right now. And I think it turned out nice. I'm glad you love it. I'm glad Sharon loves it. I'm glad you like the way it looks.
Yeah.
Um, it is some of your best writing, and I would say don't be fooled and not think that the book is very scary. He's got some really scary stories in there
You know
um,
what's also
on
on that
different
note?
topics. I was
Um,
surprised.
this
Very
book, I
scary.
Annette and I both experienced a lot of paranormal activity writing my first two books because I would write them and she edits them and then she puts them all together and she puts the book out for me. So we both have experienced that. And it came on like gangbusters on me this time. I'm still recovering. Um like yeah, it just uh I just got really ill writing the book and who knows? I mean, we know what all that's about. I start pulling the scab off of a lot of old wounds and revisiting a lot of things that I probably shouldn't. You know, a lot of these things hold on to, in the universe and the cosmos around there. They hold on to that, and just there's a lot of power in words and thought. And when you put them together and you start expressing and throwing stuff back out there and sticking your shovel down in the pile of you know what and digging stuff back up, it gets stuff flowing. And so yeah, I got really sick and I'm still recovering. But as soon as we got as soon as I finished looking at that final PDF and I gave you the okay, and I knew the book was totally done and was out on sale, I started making a dramatic turnaround
Yeah.
in my health again. So, yeah, it's a powerful book, definitely a powerful book.
I had not too bad this time. And I also want to say that because of this, I opened the book with Archangel Michael prayer and an image of him, and I closed the book with archangels to kind of for protection on it. And I thought of that right away. I thought that would be a good idea. So the book has angels and prayers with it. But I had two weird things. This really weird, loud scratching noise, and I never figured out what it was. I didn't feel terrified like something was trying to hurt me, but a lot of hearing that a lot of the time, a weird scratching noise, almost sometimes sounded like something is scratching on the outside of the house, loud, and it wasn't a tree. There's no tree or anything. Then the second thing had to do with Susan and me. I asked, when she was done with her article, she tried to send it to me. I didn't get it. And I said I didn't get it. And she tried to send it again. I didn't get it. I looked in the spam folder. I looked at everything. I don't know why I didn't get it. So I said, I'm going to send you an email and you can attach your article to the email. And I put the Archangel Michael image with the email to go and get the article and bring it back. And I got it that way. And I
Great.
talk a lot about angels in the book. I rely heavily on help from angels because angels are God's um, intercessors and messengers, and we can get some help if we ask for it, especially if we ask and say with God's permission. You might be surprised.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. Well, let's. It's going to do a lot of good, and as soon as I get it up on my website, I've got advertisements for our promotional stuff posted everywhere for the book. So it's on Amazon. Help Me, I'm Haunted. And when it gets up on my website, if you end up getting it off of my website, much of the proceeds from that sales on that book will also go to stjude.org, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, Nevada, and the ASPCA. So I'll continue to do that. And I have a handful of other um, things that I donate to and support that I don't talk about that uh, the sales from that book will help that. So just I want everybody to know that I'm always out there trying to help who I can. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I don't feel I'm worthy of any of this, but I've been called to try and help as many people as I can in any way I can. You know, it is what it is. You know, I can only do so much, but if you do purchase the book and support it, it will help people. Trust me, it'll help people. So
I
listen,
would love a picture later of you holding up your copy of the book. I think that'd be
sure,
lovely. I could
absolutely,
use that in some of the promos.
very
And
very cool.
I really like the cover. I really like
Oh,
the.
I'm gonna. You don't have to answer this question.
Uh-oh.
Um, it may be a secret. I don't know. I, I'm dying to ask you. A lot of people may not notice this because of the way the book is. But
Yeah.
if you look really closely and move it just right in the light, you can see the top of it in the background is a house that I wouldn't go into.
Yeah.
If I was walking through the wilderness or if somebody called me to come and
Yeah.
help them, I would definitely probably not go in that house. Do you know what that location is?
No. I go and use pictures from Pixabay because it's free usage and also free for commercial use. So I got that and I put that on for the top of the cover and then I darkened it and then I altered the coloration in it and it was kind of spooky. And I took the rest of the cover, I took colors out of that photograph to use. That's why it blends so well because I chose colors from that photograph. But I didn't want to make the whole cover a photograph. I just wanted a touch of something there. But yeah, that's a pretty that house you just yeah. It's one of those houses where I say before sometimes you feel like you're looking at it and it's looking right back at you.
Happens to me all the time. I mean, it could be high noon here in the middle of summer in Las Vegas, and I can go to work a case at a home that, you know, has no trees around it, and all the houses look normal. But when I look at that house, it looks like I'm, to me, to me, it looks like I'm looking at that house through sunglasses, and I know right away. And some houses, really, the barrier, not, don't come here, especially to me. Sometimes that barrier is all the way out to the street. I don't even want to get out of the car sometimes.
Right.
And sometimes I'll get out of the car and just sit on my hood and just stare at the house for a while and just meditate and pray and think of things, that I got to accomplish and asking God to give me the strength and to have my back. And then it's baby steps. Sometimes it takes a lot of baby steps to finally get up to the front door. So, yeah, and I kind of felt that a little bit looking at that picture, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what that location that is. So, very, very
Yeah.
cool choice for the cover. Love
Thanks.
it, and
It's subtle, but if you look, you see it.
yeah,
If you
yeah,
don't really look, you might not notice.
yeah,
That's something I talk about in the book of places where, and I recommend people try it. You can take a breath outside and close your eyes and be clear, and then walk in, and you can see if you feel anything and which way you feel something. Walk that way. Ask yourself, is this a male or a female? Do I sense an emotional state that this spirit is in? And that works very well. At least it has for me. That's worked very well in really big places. We had a night. No, I'll just take over. I'll just take over.
that's fine.
Um, we had a night, and this was a very cool night, although I'm not usually an investigator. But we were in St. Louis and we got permission to go in the Fox Theater. So beautiful. You know, when you think beautiful old theater, that is the epitome of everything that you can imagine, the ornate, the gorgeous, the everything. And it's haunted. And we had permission to be in there at night, and nobody was getting anything. I'm not in charge of nothing. You notice in life that I like that caboose position where it's like, not my circus, not my monkeys. Anyway, um, so I went back by the entrance, took a deep breath, got clear, closed my eyes for a minute, entered again. Which way do I feel something? And I went into, they had like a lounge where people could go in and buy drinks and a little bit of food and stuff. And I felt it in there and told everybody come in here, and they started getting, EMF readings right away, and their equipment was registering things right away. And so, and that place was huge, huge. Another place I did that in was old, you could call it a hotel, but they turned it into luxury condos.
Oh
And
wow.
that place was huge and beautiful. And I had a dream about that place after that night after I did that. You want to hear about my dream?
Yes, please.
Because I think it was real. This is one of the scariest things that ever happened to me. When you tell scary stories, and people might think that, this or that was way scarier than this, but I was terrified. I had a dream because I do sometimes have a ghost encounter in my dream. I had a dream where I was back in that lobby in the Olivia. The whole place is called the Olivia. It's not a person, it's a place. And it has a personality. And I'm in there, and even though no one lives there anymore, the lobby's still gorgeous, in marble floors, everything. So I'm in the Olivia by myself, which I would never do. And I'm standing in front of the old time elevator. They got the elevator where you look at it and the numbers going bing, 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 bing like that.
Hmm.
And I'm stuck and I can't go anywhere. And I'm standing there in front of this elevator waiting for it to get to the ground floor and the doors to open and not know what's behind it. I mean, I'm like totally freaking out. And then bing, it hits the ground floor and the door starts to open. And there's a lady in there. And she's like, reminds me of somebody from maybe the 1940s. She's got silk pajamas on and her hair up in a bun. And she wasn't scary at all, but I was terrified about that elevator coming down and what was going to be behind the door. And she said to me, I stay here because I'm waiting for my husband and my son to come home. And then the door closed. Bing, 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 bing. She goes back up.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's my answer.
Yeah, dreams are weird. Matter of fact, I'm in this book all the time. Here, I'm going to show somebody else's book.
Okay.
I'm in
Oh,
that.
nice.
It's huge. It's like, and I'm in that book all the time because not only do I suffer, um, go figure, from night terrors for many years, Sharon too. And she said that she said, don't marry an exorcist because say that stuff didn't happen to her till after she married me. But I had it. Sometimes my dreams are so vivid and frightening. I'll wake up from them. I'm not sure if it really was a dream or not. But I had a dream where I was at the kitchen and I'm doing dishes, and there's a window right on the other side of the kitchen sink where you can see the side of my yard. And I saw a feather come down, and the feather came down, and like the wind blew the feather up against the window, and then the feather got black, and then the black started to spread all over the window, started to come in and spread all over the kitchen. And in the dream, I'm freaked out by this, and I turn and I walk into my living room, and for some reason I get into bed. And then and I've told Sharon about this, but
We got somebody asking again to hold up the book of what the name of it is, the Dream Book,
oh, the dream book. Sorry, it just says the Big Dictionary of Dreams.
the Big Dictionary of Dreams.
I'm in there all the time, but because I get a lot of people that reach out to me, and I try to see if I can get some kind of
And
take on it. But
that's your kit recipient, and she said it was very wonderful. But please continue on with your story.
well, I told her it's the most beautiful girl that I've ever uh, seen in real life or dream. Came like from the foot of the bed. I didn't see her until all of a sudden she was up on top of me and she's crawling to straddle me. And I opened the conversation with Sharon as, listen, I had a sexual dream last night. So I want to share it with you. She kind of laughed. And so I go, and this girl gets on top of me. And I'm, in the dream, in real life, you would freak. In the dream, I'm all about it, because in dreams, guys are like that. I'm like, what's about to happen now? I got this beautiful woman straddling me in the dream. She doesn't turn into like an old hag, but she definitely, the expression on her face turned from this really friendly look to just not a good look on her face. And I'm frozen. Classic old hag syndrome, but not an old hag. And she comes down, and I'm so scared about what's going to happen. In the dream, I close my eyes. She takes her fingers and actually pries my eyelid open on my right eye. And she comes down and she licks my eyeball.
Ooh,
When she did that, I launched out of bed. Um, I actually somehow I got airborne. I launched from my being on my back, and I was on my back when I woke up. I launched in the air, rolled out of bed. I'm sweating. I'm shaking. I'm looking around because it was that realistic. And you just never really know. Sometimes my night terrors are so vivid and realistic. It takes you a little while to, did maybe I travel somewhere and really experience that? Or was it just a dream? Or, you know,
something
what?
about that is so terrible.
Well, what happened was I
Eyeballs.
got the worst infection in that right eye
Oh,
that you could ever imagine. And it took me forever, a couple of different type of steroid and antibacterial eye drops and strong antibiotics. And I was going in every day for 30 minutes or so and get intravenous uh,
oh,
IVs, antibiotic IV. It was bad. So um, I don't know. That dream's not in that book. I looked in that book for that dream. There's the beautiful girl straddling, getting you all ready for something dream, and then getting your eyeball licked and having the worst eye infection you've ever had in your life. And the infection moved into my ear, and it was bad. So I don't know, man. I always tell people, and I might have even talked about not that dream, but night terrors in the book. And I think my advice in there
mm,
was keep a journal. If you're having these types of dreams, and they don't have to be night terrors, they could be dreams where an angel's taking you and showing you heaven, or an alien's taking you and showing you another world. Or I'm working a case right now where the young lady is having these um, really wonderfully sexual dreams, and it's not incubus or succubus, and like she's in love with this ghost spirit. And the mother hears another voice talking to her in the bedroom. The mother thinks there's been times where the mother thought the daughter was actually snuck a boy into the house and could hear and would peek in on her, felt bad that she did it, but felt the need to peek in there and would witness her daughter having like sex with nobody really there. So that's super crazy. I tell people if you're just having these types of dreams, and I don't care what it is, but they're, you know, life changing and they're changing you and they're freaking you out, good or bad, keep a journal. by your bed. And as soon as you wake up from these dreams, write it down. Because lots of people go, I know I had a dream about something last night and wanted to talk to you about it, Father Sean. But the time it took me to pick up the phone and call you and get you on the phone, I can't remember for the life of me
Yeah.
what this dream was about. What's that about? I don't know. But I would recommend keep a journal right by your bed and write down what you've experienced right away when you wake up.
And I recommend a journal all the way through the book. And I put out a journal years ago called the Ghost Journal, which you can get on Amazon. And it has, all kinds of pages in there that you can write. But also, people that are having trouble in their sleep and think that they might be being harassed or tormented in their sleep, I recommend a blessed Archangel Michael or a blessed Saint Benedict medal that you wear. It doesn't do any good if you only put it on sometimes. You wear it, and then Archangel Raphael, please let me sleep in a bubble of your healing and protection. And that's the last thing you say. Mish is in the chat room. There's your person.
Mish,
There's
Mish,
your
you have
person.
to send me. Do you have a piece of paper? Well, I want to give Mish my email because Mish won the. Was it the book?
And you right up on the screen here is my email and yours.
Okay,
Could
yeah,
send,
Mish, take down our email. You won the book.
yeah.
So last week we auctioned off a copy of the book. There it is.
Well,
This is your book, Mish. So,
it was, it was a
and the other
okay.
person, Cougar Wolf, won the
Cougar
kit.
Wolf is
She won
not
a house
here.
blessing kit. And I know I already got her address and the kit's on the way. But Mish, we need your mailing address so I can get a book to you.
You're gonna get a signed copy, and he just got his copies. This is the first time he showed them earlier in the show, so they were very good. That was fast.
That was fast. I was surprised. I had no clue what when the guy delivered them. I had no clue what they were because I hadn't ordered anything. Well, I did, but I didn't expect them that fast. But listen, we got about 20 minutes before the show is over.
Okay, she's what
Um,
Mish. I think is. I don't know if Mish is a boy or a girl, but
uh,
she's saying or he's saying, "Are you sure?" Because I live in Australia.
well, yeah, you want the book. If it's my wife will come back and let me know. You want to know how much it was to ship to Australia? It can't be that much to send a book to Australia, can it be?
We're gonna
But
find out.
you won. I'm gonna keep. I'm a man of my word. We auctioned off a book, Mish. You won it. So
Mish
please,
is a lady, probably short for Michelle, maybe, right?
right? Maybe.
Father Sean is going to keep his word. He's going to send you a signed copy.
And Golden Cougar Wolf is here. Nancy, I
Golden
have your
Poodle is
address, so
here.
you won a kit. And
Yay.
but when the time that we have left, we have a. I know I left something in the mail bag, and I
I'm
also
going to
have.
ask Golden Cougar Wolf, where are you? Yeah, and then we could do some mail.
Yes, let's do the mail bag, and then I got. I saved at least one or two prayers in the prayer urn, and I definitely want to get to a
And I'm
prayer
going to
before the.
I'm going to tell Mish she can send to it's ghostbegone.biz. You can find his website and you can contact him that way. That's Ghost, and then a dash and a capital B, and then a dash, and then a gone dot biz. Golden Cougar Wolf is in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's a great area. Oh, lots of big feet up there. Can you say big feet if you got more than one Bigfoot? It's big feet or what?
yeah, it's Bigfoots,
Bigfoots. We have
Sasquatches.
many Bigfoots up there in the UP. Okay, I'll be quiet.
All right, that's okay. This is from Thomas in North Carolina. Hello, Thomas.
Hi,
All righty.
Thomas.
You ready for this? It says, I recently bought an old, speaking of old homes on the cover of the book, I recently bought an old home rumored to be haunted by the ghost of a pirate.
Ooh,
Interesting. North Carolina, yep. Uh-huh. Not sure if it is a pirate ghost, but there seems to be a presence in the attic that does not want anyone going up there. You can feel an unseen barrier pushing back on you at the attic door. The one family member in the home that does not believe in ghosts ventured into the attic. Upon exiting the attic, she was almost thrown down the stairs. Later that night, she woke up with a dark cloud hovering above her that entered her and choked her out. Can ghosts kill with five question marks? Advice on how to proceed. Buy our book.
buy our book
I don't mean
and
to laugh, but buy our book. You know what's so funny?
in the
I
red flags section.
I've had that cloud hovering over you, entering. It didn't enter me, but I had that um, swooping down, going back up, swooping down, going back up. It swooping down woke me up, and I stepped into ankle deep water in my master bedroom.
Wow,
Something had bust the master water line in the wall, and
wow,
it flooded us out. To this day, we still sleep. Sharon and I sleep in our living room. We don't really go into the master bedroom much, but to travel through and go to the bathroom and travel out. We don't really sleep in that room, but that's scary. I'm going to get some pushback from some people on this, but I do believe if the disembodied human spirit, and this may be a, you know, malevolent behaving non-human entity or demonic, but I do believe ghosts can kill. So be careful. And I wouldn't go in the attic anymore. You guys bought the home. It's not like you're there on a paranormal investigation. If you bring somebody over to try and mess around up there, it might make things very worse. I don't know what religious belief system you have in place, Thomas, and maybe you don't have a belief system in place. That's fine. But if you're Catholic, you may want to go to the nearest Catholic church to you and talk to the priest that's in charge there. See if they can get somebody, make an appointment to have somebody come over and do a thorough yard, property, and house blessing, um, and see if that helps. But if it is the ghost of a pirate and it's an old home and you're in North Carolina, you, you just be careful.
what
What do you say, Miss
I say, what a
Music?
story. A ghost pirate that comes down from the attic and hovers
Yeah.
over people and they're, ooh, it
And the one
definitely,
person in the house that doesn't believe went ahead and just said went up there and barged into the attic. I don't know what she did. He doesn't say.
I, I mean, it's not my place to say this, but there's a curiosity that there's something in the attic that's attached to this entity.
You know what's weird? It's there's a there's a weird little out, exit place where you can walk, you can duck down, and he comments on here that there's a little, like, you can go out and stand on this little bit of a ledge and look out to the water. And the first thing he told me when he saw that was this could be the an old pirate, and
Oh,
that's where
yeah,
the
yeah,
pirate
yeah.
would go out with his with his and look
Yeah.
out at the sea and stuff.
Wouldn't you love, Thomas, if you would indulge me, I would love to see a picture of that house and the property. I would love to. I would just love to, sit, something about that is so mystical and so historical and intriguing. And I bet you there's something in that attic, although I'm not saying go up there and find it, but I bet there is. I
Well, it's
bet
like this.
the ghost is attached to the house, but the ghost could be attached primarily to a thing in the house It wouldn't surprise me at all. And then
Not at all.
if you have to and you're don't have help or don't have help right away, do some blessing and clearing around your bedroom, downstairs, wear a blessed metal. Archangel Raphael, please let me sleep in a bubble of your healing and protection, and see if you can. And we have a lot of things in the book, strategies. Father Sean's absolutely right. Somebody should do the whole property and the whole house, top to bottom, but just to try to get yourself through until you have help.
Absolutely.
I'd love to see a picture of that house. I'd love
And
to.
you come back full circle, come back to the basics. There are some laws on the other side that we share with the other side of the veil, but you do own this home right now. So take authority, but don't provoke.
Right.
Respect the house, respect the ghost, respect the land, and it may ultimately be something that you just have to live with. Don't advertise it too much and start getting people wanting to come over and do ghost hunting in your home and stuff. That's that's too much. But get some help. Yeah, like I said, you may have no religious belief system in place, but if you're Christian or Catholic, I would go to the nearest church and make an appointment and speak with a priest to come over and bless the home and see if that helps. But be careful. I wouldn't go in the attic anymore, um, especially this person that doesn't believe. I would love you to reach back out to me and let me know where her belief system lies now after
Right.
almost being thrown down the stairs and
And that
visiting.
could have been a thing where if, somebody's saying, I'm the one that doesn't believe in it, it's almost like not really a challenge, but kind of.
Well, on that note, are you ready for the prayer urn before we run out of
Yes.
time?
Yes. What a
Okay.
story. I think that's our first pirate letter.
It could, yeah, it could. I don't remember having talked about a
It's our
pirate
first
boat
pirate
before.
letter.
All right, this is from Annie in California. Hi, Annie.
Hi, Annie.
Annie says, I heard you say some time back, don't forget to pray to your guardian angels every day. Absolutely. I I now do that every day. Well, good for you, Annie. I have also asked my guardian angels for help with a couple of matters here recently, and praise be to God, I received that help that I needed. So there you
See?
go. Could you please offer up a prayer for all guardian angels? Absolutely. That is a wonderful prayer request, and I will do that for offer it up for everybody's guardian angels. In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, I offer this prayer up for Annie's guardian angel and everybody within the sound of my voice for their guardian angels too, and I thank them. Dear angel, in his goodness, God gave you to me to guide, protect, and enlighten me, and to bring me back to the right way when I go astray. Encourage me when I am disheartened, and instruct me when I err in my judgment. Help me to become more Christ like, and so someday to be accepted into the company of angels and saints in heaven. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the
Amen.
Holy Spirit. That was a beautiful
That's a
request.
beautiful prayer.
Guardian angels, yes. And matter of fact, I'm going to light this candle and offer it up. A candle for everybody today.
Yay.
And I this candle will burn until it's done burning in my room with candles. But I offer up this candle for everyone within the sound of my voice that their guardian angel enters and intervenes in their life and helps them with anything that they need help with. Whenever they need that help, just reach out to the guardian angels. And thank you, Father, for giving us all our guardian angels. Amen.
Amen.
All righty. We got about 10 minutes, and I've got so much that I want to talk about, and I am nervous about picking a topic that we will not be able to finish on.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, I was talking about that case earlier with that girl. Dreams are very, um, dreams are crazy, and I would recommend everybody to please keep a journal by your bed. If they're so out of hand, you think you need help to go see a psychologist or psychiatrist or somebody who's legitimately got a good a good background. You can check their background, and they're legitimately recognized in that field, whatever that field is, as knowing what they're talking about when it comes to dreams. Reach out to this person for help. And I showed this book earlier. I'm in there all the time. It's the Big Dictionary of Dreams. And
You,
don't
you,
forget,
you know, in some of my dreams about deceased people and deceased family, something that I noticed, and I'll say it in case anyone else experiences this, but there actually can be quite amazing. They could have like a thin outline around them that's kind of sparkly, and they can be talking to you, and it's really cool. They can look the way they looked when they died, and then they could look young, and they could just kind of morph because their soul doesn't look like any just one thing. Their soul looks like the entirety of their life, and they can show you that, and it's beautiful. If you're not scared, it's a very beautiful thing. You can see them when they're younger than you. They can show you that. It's very cool.
yeah,
So that's like a little sign that I get in a dream that that's actually the person and not just me dreaming about a memory or something kooky. You know, my grandma came to me in a dream. My other grandma, say my other grandma, because um, Honey is related to me, and that this is from my other grandma's side, my Italian grandma, my other grandma back in the day in Chicago, and she did that, and she was very insistent with me for a while, and it was because my uncle was very sick, and she wanted me to help him, and we didn't know he was sick. We had no idea. So I broke into his house. He didn't answer the door. I figure you're sick. I don't know how sick you are. I just come in the dining room window.
yeah.
I gave money for the screen I ruined. But anyway, you know, we did help
Reminds
him.
reminds me of that famous Beatles song. She came in through the bathroom window.
She came in through the old dining room. You know, what kind of security system was it? He had a ladder right there leaning up against a house like he was waiting for me to come. I don't know. All I can say is answer the door. You don't know who it is. Someone out there might be worried about you.
Well, listen, sister, we will be back here next Friday, November 14th. Someone that you may have met her. I have never met her before. I'm excited to. Um, you'll never guess who we have coming on, and it's not Rick Garner.
Rick Gardner.
No, it's not. This I'm so excited to meet her. She's a psychic. She's an elite paranormal investigator. She is one of the founding members of New Orleans Paranormal Society. Jennifer Talley will be here next uh, Friday, November 14th, and I can't wait to meet her. I'm sure she's, oh my gosh, New Orleans Paranormal Society. I'm sure there's got a lot of stories to talk about.
Lot of stories there.
And they got a huge event coming up summer of next year. I believe it's summertime called the New Orleans Paracon, right in
Yeah.
the heart of the French Quarter. That's going to be awesome. I'd love to go to that event. But you know what else we haven't done in a long time? And it's funny that
Are we
you're
going to do a
usually
joke?
you and I must be psychically connected here. Some I had two or three people today say, I sent you a joke weeks ago and I have yet to hear it live on air yet. I'm sorry. Yes. Let me grab my haunted
Susan
car.
says, love you guys. Great show.
Thank you, Susan. Who let Susan in? I'm still waiting for somebody to fess up to. Here's my haunted Carnival Barker hat, and let's see what joke I pull out of here today. Hopefully, it's the joke.
Probably you're the only person that has a haunted Carnival Barker hat.
Okay, what do we got here? What's red and bad for your teeth?
What's red and bad for your teeth?
A brick.
A brick.
That's from Paul in the UK. Oh my gosh. Somebody
Thank
from the
you,
UK
Paul.
sent me a joke.
Someone from the
I'm gonna
UK.
pick another one since we only do this once a month.
What's
Maybe
bad for your teeth? What's red and bad for your teeth? And the answer is a brick.
like if you get smacked in the mouth by a brick.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely.
Why can't you trust the king of the jungle?
Because he's always lying.
Very good. Where have you heard that one?
I don't know.
Very
It
good.
just made me think of lion immediately.
Okay, I'm pulling another one.
I had to
Smarty
pull
pants.
another one because I'm not supposed to guess them.
Smarty pants.
Historically, I'm very lame with these jokes.
And that joke was from, oh, there's no name on that one. This is from Josh in New Mexico. Hi, Josh.
Hi,
What
Josh.
did, oh, of course, New Mexico. What did the Mexican fireman name his two sons?
Um, what did the Mexican fireman name his two sons?
Jose and Jose B.
Oh my God, that was so bad.
Oh my gosh, we gotta go. Oh gosh,
You know, but
that's a good
thank
one.
you. Those were very cute.
I'm gonna go when the show's over. I'm gonna go right to my next door neighbors who are Mexican, and I'm gonna tell them that joke.
Jose and Jose.
Oh, that's a
Well,
good
we're
one.
probably canceled now, people, but
All
I,
righty, I love you. I respect you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful remainder of your Friday and your weekend. Please pick up this book that she worked so hard on for us. Help Me, I'm Haunted. It's on Amazon. And I will be talking to you. I'll see you next Friday, the 14th. We will have Jennifer Talley here.
that will be very cool. And I want to thank everybody for listening. And I want to thank UPRN Radio 107.7, 105.3 Gulf Coast, and 107.7 is New Orleans. And thank you. And everybody have a great weekend. We love our chatters. We love our listeners. And we love our silly jokes.
See you later. Annette Munich, owner of Stellium Books. If you're thinking about publishing a book and need help, reach out to her. If you've already written your book and you need help publishing it, reach out to her. That's what she does. All righty, guys. She is right. Thank you all for tuning in because we don't have a show without you, and I mean that. Thank you to United Public Radio Network for carrying my show. Michelle DeRoche and Joe Montaldo, God bless them both. Um, and what else do I want to tell you guys? Remember, we may have done what the devil said we did, but we are not who the devil says we are. Stay tuned for Spirit Switchboard with Carrie Lynn Shellhorn. And on that note, good night, Danny. Good night, Jack. Good night, Dog. Good night, Harold. Rest in peace. Good night, Ernie. Good night, Bill. Good night, Dan. I love you all. God bless you all in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Peace.